sure you take one that has a correction.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.
Jake talks and the world's listening. Who's Jake? I'm Jake.
And I'm Jake.
We're Jake. And Jake's talking to teens about everything in our world.
Hooking up.
Getting down.
Rocking the vote.
Rocking the boat.
Jake lives at the JCC in Rockland County, New York, and Jake is talking now on the web. And every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, join us live or catch up with Jake by logging onto his archives at rocklandworldradio.com/Jake Talks.
Listen up, Jake Talks.
Hello and welcome to Jake Talks, JCC teens saying what you're thinking. Jake Talks is brought to you by the JCC Mitzvah Makers. We're making a difference in Rockland County and around the world. Kathy Eisen is our producer.
Hi, Meredith.
Hi.
You only have 2 more shows to do, and then you graduate, and you're out of here.
So bad.
And then you're out of here. Well, today's producers are Meredith, and to her left is Ben, and we have the rest of our team here today: Amanda, Emily, Hannah, and Sophia, our international correspondents on Jake Talks. I have a question, because I'm sure you didn't really think about it till I bring this up, but does anybody know today is Yom HaZikaron? Does anybody know what that is?
I do.
Okay, Sophia, what is it?
It's the Day of the Fallen Soldiers of Israel.
Okay, and so in Israel, today, all of the men and women, boys and girls who lost their lives protecting the country, be it in wars or through acts of terrorism, are being remembered. So it's really the saddest day in Israel. And tomorrow, just the next morning when the Israelis people wake up, is Yom Ha'atzmaut, which is a day of celebrating the existence of Israel. And I have a question. Why do you think they put the saddest day next to the happiest rejoicing day? It's pretty interesting, you know?
I think they do it because they want to show that, like, even if Israel is in war and fighting, that we're still like a strong country and we're here.
Okay, that's one. Anybody else?
I think it's so that you can appreciate the good after you experience the bad,
Okay, experience the good after the bad. And also that these people did not die in vain. That there is a country that's vibrant, people are developing, inventing, people are living peacefully, but it was at the cost of the lives of the people that lost. So you have to remember before you celebrate. And do you ever do that? Is there anything else that maybe you remember something before you celebrate? I'm wondering, in America, do we have anything in your lives?
I think, was it Columbia, the space shuttle?
Okay.
I think when that,
The explosion
ended in tragedy, I think we kind of realized, I think we learned a lot from that, and I think this is kind of symbolic of, a learning experience as well,
And that any shuttle that comes up afterwards, we remember who perished to make the next stages to make it successful. Okay, thank you. Okay, Meredith.
So today's lineup will begin with, what are some things that you wish your teachers wouldn't do? We all have things, but
Now we're going to talk about it.
Now we're going to talk about it. And all of us are going to talk about that.
Okay, and then follow that will be All About Something, where reporters Hannah and Sophia will discuss the recent attack at the finish line of the Boston Massacre.
And then reporter Emily will help a teen deal with choosing between 2 best friends in our Teens in a Pickle segment.
And then in Teens Have Heart, as a group, we'll discuss the latest ways you can volunteer to make a difference.
And then we'll talk about Media Madness.
Followed by Who's in the Hot Tub, where reporters Meredith and Sophia will share their points on the latest 6-year-old being shot by another 4-year-old in New Jersey.
And then reporter Michael will share their take on March Madness, the latest Tiger Woods incident. There's always something.
And Ben is on that too.
And Ben.
Okay.
Okay. Your views are important to us. Call JakeTalks.org at 845-353-2910.
All right, so what are some things you wish your teacher wouldn't do? I know you have something. Who's on this piece?
I really wish my teachers would let me go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Right now.
That's
I asked me to go.
In college, it's easy. You just go.
Yeah, I have a teacher that takes off your average if you go to the bathroom.
What do you mean she takes off your average?
Like every time you go to the bathroom, it takes a point off your participation grade. No matter circumstances.
It's worse if you really have to go to the bathroom and then you say, can I go to the bathroom? And they follow it, may you go to the bathroom? So then you pee on their floor.
Okay. Besides bathrooms, are there anything else you wish your teachers wouldn't do?
I hate when they make like smart ass comments. And they're like, they just like, I don't know. Really sarcastic.
Sarcastic. It's like embarrassing, right?
Just say what you mean.
Say what you mean. Okay.
I don't necessarily enjoy when my teachers listen to my conversations because I know they do. Like they always like I'll be talking to my friend and I do sit in front of my teacher's desk, like in one of my classes at least. But all my teachers, if we're like working in groups and like we get off topic, they'll either say something like get back on topic, which is understandable, but otherwise, they'll be like, oh, what happened with that? Like, you do this, and
Well, are they trying to develop a relationship with you,
No,
or
I have a relationship with her. She's one of my favorite teachers, but just some stuff I don't want her listening to. Like,
okay?
Today in one of my classes, my teacher was like giving out relationship advice to one of the students.
Oh, okay. So you didn't think that was like appropriate?
Yeah, like that's one of their our favorite teachers too. But
okay, but not the place.
Yeah, not the
time.
place.
For the time. Okay. All right. What's next?
Are all about something. Sophia, can you tell us about what just happened?
At approximately 3 o'clock, at the finish line of the Boston Marathon, 2 bombs went off one after another, injuring 28 people and killing 2. A total of 2 bombs exploded, and I just think that's, what an awful way to finish running 26.2 miles with your death. Or, there was a report on CNN saying that there was, an innumerable amount of people with lost limbs, and there's blood all over the sidewalks.
Did anybody take ownership of this bombing?
No, not to be.
So nobody had any threats out. There were no threats.
It only happened an hour ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we were watching the news right before we came. It's chaos. It's complete chaos. Like everyone's running around. People are still finishing the marathon,
not knowing that.
Not knowing, and people are rushing them off the sides.
When I went to BU, that was a very big thing for the students, and we'd throw water at the runners, just because they were so hot, or just hand them a glass of water. They would drink and then put it on. I shouldn't say we threw it at them, only if they wanted it. But we'd hand them, we would be there, a drink.
You sold water to someone and I'm like, what?
No. We gave them, but they would say, throw it, pour it on me as I'm running by, because they just were so hot.
My brother goes to school in Boston, so he's there right now, and Hannah just freaked out when she was looking at her phone, and I was like, what's wrong? She was like, there's bombs going off in Boston, so of course I freaked out, and I called my brother 6 times, and his phone was off, because that's just who he is.
So you haven't reached him yet?
No, I did. I went on Facebook, which he's always on now,
but not his phone. All right, so he's okay?
Thank God.
All right.
Been in his phone all day.
Em, you want to read the letter? We got a great Teens in a Pickle letter.
Okay. Dear Jake Talks, my 2 best friends have their Sweet 16 on at the same night. They are far away from each other, since one is a sleepaway camp friend and the other is a school friend. I really want to go to both, but I know I can't. How do I choose? How do I stop the friends whose party I'm missing from hating me? Not so, Sweet 16.
That's tough.
That is tough.
That is
personally, I mean, Sweet 16s, they're fun and everything, and this definitely is a common situation, because I went to sleepaway camp. I experienced that with bat mitzvahs. I would have 2 on the same day, and one would be in Long Island, and the other would be, in South Jersey. And I actually did end up going to both, because a few of us, all together, we would go from one to the other. And we'd carpool, and then I would have one here.
But let's say in this case, the letter was, I have to pick one. They're not so lucky to have.
Definitely pick one.
Which one?
I would.
Can't go to both.
Too
far away.
Saying the situation where you could, but if you can't.
If you can't, that's what this letter says. How are you advising this person?
It's really hard to choose because, like, if it's your camp friend, it could also be your best friend. Like, your camp friends turns like your sisters. But I would, whichever one you choose, like, make it up to the other one. Go out to dinner with them or take them to, like, a special night out, like, all about them, like, for their birthday.
So you don't make it that don't make it that you're uncomfortable and you can't call them. Get together before their party.
I had, for bat mitzvahs, I had my best friend from here, my best friend from
Camp,
and I decided, of course, to go to my best friend from home because my whole family went. But I ended up going to, like, her house, like, the next weekend, and we just hung out then to, like, make it up.
Okay, and so this way there was no animosity or bad feelings.
Okay. Yeah, and also, like, talk to both of them about it and see how they feel.
Okay.
If it's a necessity.
Alright, so Teens Have Heart, helping those in need. Join us Thursday, April 18th for our Teen Leadership Mitzvah Day planning meeting from 7 to 9:30. Would any of you like to share your project?
We are, when I say we, Amanda, Hannah, and a few of us, are having a play date for
Exceptional young adults. And what are you doing at your play date?
We're making dream catchers. We're playing all different sorts of games. We're having a drummer come
and do a drum circle. Now I think if you have 10 people from ARC and 10 people from Joanio and 15 now from the group home and 8 boys from our Yedei Chesed group and maybe some kids from Clarkstown South, it looks like you might be having 40 young adults coming. So you really need to make your calls, set up a Facebook page, and get teen volunteers. The worst scenario is a car breaks down and the group home can't come, and we'll send those people to do other things. They could also make the dream catchers, because those are going to the Rockland shelter for safety and change, which was the women's shelter. The IDF, we're going to send it to, but no, not the IDF, American Soldiers Abroad, so that they could have a dream catcher by their bunk, to keep them, safe. Okay, and what are you two running?
Well, I'm president of Students Against Child Abuse, and I think we're just going to continue with, we do like a lot of weekly fundraisers, like bake sales and things, but I think towards the, before the summer begins, we kind of want to do like a summer either clothing or like toiletry drive.
Well, we're doing a toiletry drive on Mitzvah Day, so if you can call some, put on your Facebook page, we need the small bottles of shampoo and soap from hotels, as well as large and wipes. If you could,
Garish, correct?
yes,
Okay.
if you can get that for
she
her.
and I have talked about that.
Okay, but it's this Sunday, so we need to get. I have people dropping things off all the time, and the Comfort Inn. I got a call from the owner, and he just wants to know how many we need. I have to call him back, and then one of you could go to the Comfort Inn to pick it up. And then, what are you doing on Mitzvah Day?
I'm also in her Students Against Child Abuse Club. I'm vice president, so whatever she's doing, I'm doing.
No, but what are you doing? You have a specialty.
Oh, right, that's right. I'm going to be video recording the Celebrity Apprentice.
And also the projects.
Right, and all the projects
Okay.
and we're going to hopefully send that out and see what people think of it. But
Okay, and also we could upload it to Jake Talks.
Jake Talks, right?
So people could go on that too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and Meredith, what are you working on?
A 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Anybody can sign up.
Mm-hmm.
It's for this boy that was supposed to be in 9th grade in my high school,
Right.
Austin DeGiorgio.
Right.
He has leukemia, and we're trying to raise money.
Money for his medical funds.
And also Camp Simcha, a camp
Right.
for kids with cancer.
Yeah, to send them to camp.
To send them to camp.
Okay.
Okay, so Alex, take us away. We'll now take a music break and listen to...
Here we go.
What are we listening to, my dear?
Everywhere by Tim and Gene or something like that.
Everywhere.
to say. I'll speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can get the words out. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. Something's happening to me. My friends say I'm acting peculiarly. Come on, baby, we better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. Come on, baby, we better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere.
10 seconds. Okay.
Welcome back to Jake Talks. If you have a point to share, call us at 845-353-2910. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right, Ben, what are we doing next?
Next, we're doing, is this Media Madness?
Yep.
Right? Media Madness, in which the girls over there will go over the MTV Movie Award that was yesterday, as well as some other stuff. So let's do that.
What were your favorite?
I think it was the best opening act I've seen on a movie, an
Music?
award. It was the Pitch Perfect.
Rebel
Yes.
Wilson
That
hosted
Amy.
the show.
No,
was
I
hilarious.
can't stand her.
She's so funny.
She made a career off of being fat. But
Because
continue.
so what? So did like everyone.
No.
She's like
no.
ditzy, like.
And she's
she's
just
so
like
funny.
if she wasn't fat, if she wasn't fat, she wouldn't be funny.
Fat Amy. Fat Amy.
Well, that works.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I just
Okay.
love the boys.
So, who were winners? What were some of the categories? Who won?
Emma Watson cried. That's all I know.
Emma Watson
there was
cried.
this whole thing.
She's so perfect.
There was this whole thing on Emma Watson from when
like
she was
15 out of 10.
in Harry Potter
Whatever
from when
it
she was little until now, like in Perks of Being Wallflower and stuff.
Yeah. There were a few awards like that. I know Will Ferrell won another one for
like
funny,
like comical.
Yeah.
Funny or Die.
Comical something.
He's hilarious.
Okay. So my son taped it, so I should watch it.
I don't know if you're gonna like.
I didn't watch it.
Don't
Yeah,
watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Movie awards, they mean nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was after the
It's more like
opening
teen
act. I
stuff.
was
There was
kind
like
of bored.
best
I
like
just,
kiss on scene.
Oh, wait,
best,
did Robert
like,
and Kristen
shirtless.
win again? They didn't win. That's annoying.
They weren't
No,
up
they
for. They weren't even. Yeah.
They were.
Because they came out last year.
Best kiss was Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper for their.
Oh yeah. That was worth it.
That's like a
Bradley
power
Cooper
couple
is,
right
like,
there. Like
Oh my
life.
god, that's so perfect.
That's so perfect.
It wasn't top Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Thoughts on
It's a
it?
team.
He's
It's a
what?
teen thing.
No one's better than Ryan Gosling, so just cut that out now.
Taylor Lautner
Best
with facial hair.
best shirtless thing, and it was like Channing Tatum and Magic Mike, and then Taylor Lautner won from Twilight.
Seriously?
Did
No,
any-
Alex
did that pressure
Pettifer
any of
in
those?
Magic Mike was like.
Why don't I just take my shirt off now and then we'll win for JCC Radio?
Mad.
Okay, Ben, we'll have you up
We'll win for
against them.
yeah, there we go. We'll go on the MT Music Award for Ben Buckman and JCC Talks.
Okay, well, it sounds like you guys enjoyed watching it. And now we have a hot tub segment, which is really sad.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened?
So we all know like little kids or have siblings. Can you imagine like siblings or little kids getting violent?
No.
Well,
Were these people?
This 4-year-old shot a 6-year-old about a week ago in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He went in the house and just took out a gun.
Yeah, the two were friends. They thought that they were playing, but it was a real gun. And the 6-year-old is now dead, and they don't know what to charge him with. Do you think the little boy should be charged, the 4-year-old boy?
I think the parents should definitely be charged for not having a gun out for, especially if you have a little kid.
Shouldn't it be locked? And shouldn't it be locked with a
This whole situation definitely could have been prevented easily by the parents keeping the gun locked up. They shouldn't have had it out. They shouldn't have even like had it on a low shelf. If anything, like put it like high on top of something, like out of the child.
So what is this like? You know, everybody's now talking out. I saw somebody from a parent of one of the children who were shot in Connecticut recently. You know, there's a very big push for gun control. Does this confirm or, you know, your...
What are your views on gun control now?
I think if you own a gun, like you have to have a permit or a license or whatever for it. You should like be like tested for like mental like diseases
I showed a paper
like
on this.
Saturday.
Like a lot of people want teachers to have guns in the classroom, but I think like this is a perfect example. Like, what if a kid gets control of the gun somehow?
There should be a safe, or I think the school officer should have it locked up.
No, they
should.
want
No, they want the teacher to have
They
it.
want every teacher to have a gun on them.
I think that's necessary. I think that's necessary. I think we've come to this point where no one wants guns in society, but they exist. And I think in order to keep the people in line who have them, we should be protected. Like, I feel like teachers, if they have guns, like if a crazy man does come into our school, like if we don't have access to a gun, there's nothing we can do to protect ourselves. So we're just opening up another window for.
So you think that teachers should, in part of their training, learn how to operate a gun?
I think, like, sadly, we've come to this point. I think if we just...
Isn't that a military...
Yeah, so then why security
a military
guards?
I
because
agree with Sophia.
Because, like, I don't want guns to exist in general. It's a disgusting practice, but I think the fact that they do exist leads us to having to, you know, create some form of preparation in case of a tragedy.
I think it should... I agree with you completely, but I think it should, like, not be known to the children, like the location. I think it should definitely be in a safe and like
or on them. I know a lot of people
that could also be a possibility.
Yeah. No, but then if there's a holster, then they could get
how about if you have a teacher that's not, you know, that has a break?
Yeah, on the kids.
Like, how about if a teacher?
This would never happen.
Are required for schools that have teachers.
We can't afford papers, so how would we afford
You're solving guns with more guns.
Guys, you're like cross talking. So let's say a teacher has it, and the class is so unruly, and the teacher snaps, and the teacher snaps. The teacher snaps because they.
That's not likely because teachers.
That's
equally likely.
Bad classes before. I feel like. Just because they have the gun, they could be tempted to like just like hold it in front of the kids. But that's
why teachers should be going through more training.
All right, but then
I think they should go through more like defensive training, maybe like deciding
teachers. These overprotective parents are gonna let they don't want their kids being in the same class with other kids.
Intimidating. Imagine having kindergartners with seeing like a gun on their teacher.
They wouldn't see it.
But if the parents found out about this, it would never happen.
No, but Ben, I don't think that. Like,
no, it's an interesting thought.
What?
I think it's.
You can't solve guns with more guns. Impossible.
Oh, but so you'd rather just die? You'd rather die? With no guns.
What?
Wait.
No, okay, take away guns. People bring knives and stab people. There's violence will occur no matter what.
So then, no, that goes back to the thing. Like
that's why you have security officers.
No, I'm saying with this story, I'm saying if the boy didn't have a gun in his hand, why couldn't he have walked over to the kitchen?
We're going back to this.
Well, you can't really do what ifs.
This is what they.
All right.
Okay.
If you do what ifs.
Meredith sent this in. Let her have the last statement, and we move on.
I think this definitely could have been prevented, and the thing about schools, they actually make bulletproof backpacks and clothes now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they do. They're top for little kids, and they don't even know like what it is. So I think that's a better alternative.
Okay.
If someone came into the school, they can protect themselves.
Okay. All right. Sports in 60 seconds. I know that we have Ben on it, and I bet you, Michael. Did you watch? Did I pull you out?
No.
Okay. Michael, go around. What happened in March Madness? Did your teams win that you wanted to win?
Well, the team I wanted to win did not necessarily win, but I did call. I made a bracket, and I had Louisville winning it all, which did happen. Louisville. I actually can't remember who they played. Kind of slipped my mind. No, because the rest I didn't call anything else. That's the only thing. They played Michigan. Was it Michigan? Yeah, it was Michigan. Right. They played.
I know if Michigan won, my daughter was going to win $1,500.
Right. No, but then so then that happened, and the championship game was better than the last few years because the referees let them play. They didn't really cause a fuss or anything. So it was a very high scoring game.
Okay, and Michael.
I was in a bracket with my brother's friends and my mom's from work. And with my dad. I had Louisville going all the way. I won. I didn't win money though because I had Wisconsin and I had all of my Final Four teams were out except Louisville, so I had no chance of winning. But I won out of my family, so I got a little bragging with my brother and my dad.
Okay. All right, next, something happened with Mr. Woods.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is not comparable to the scandal back in 2009, where he basically had sex with every woman in Kansas. But now
Kansas.
I can remember where he's from. It doesn't matter. Okay. Idaho. Idaho. But this time there was a very I don't want to say funny, but you could say he got what he deserved. He was on. It was on. I think it was Friday. He was tied for the lead, I believe, and it was on the 16th hole. And he hit a shot that was very, very good. It was going right on, but it hit the flag stick, which basically means it's right on. But because it hit the flag stick, it rebounded and went into the water. That cost him 2-shot penalty. Then when he hit the ball again, he moved it back 2 feet from where he should have hit it. And no one noticed it, but in the report he said he did that. So I think that cost him 2 more shots, and then he was totally out of the tournament because of that. So people can say it's karmic retribution, but with that one shot, that if it was 3 millimeters off, it wouldn't have hit the flagpole. That cost him 5 shots and the tournament. Yeah.
And Michael?
I thought it was unlucky that I didn't really see that part because I was in school, but when I saw it on the replay, I thought it was very unlucky that it rebounded into the water, and I thought he didn't get disqualified because he said it in the interview that he did it. He brought the ball 2 feet back, so if he didn't say that, he probably would have got disqualified, but he had a chance at the end, but he didn't do good in the beginning of the last day. He had 3 pars in a row. That was not good. He had to have a birdie on one of those, and he messed up. So.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. What's next?
It's over.
It's over?
Yeah.
That can't be the end.
So tell me, what do you have to say?
Alright, so you can listen to our archives anytime. Send us your Teens in a Pickle letter to kathyi@jccrockland.org. That is kathyi@jccrockland.org. We will be back on next Monday, April 22nd, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a wrap. Let's put it to bed.
Okay. Thank you guys for a great show.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is a clown who rides through town in a coffin. In the coffin, we'll hear his 3 clothes on top onto his head. What's the confusion? Ooh, yeah, yeah. What's the vulgaration? Ooh, nah, nah.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.